excited. Tell me why I got a little teary when I picked this up. That's when you know you've been that's when you know you've been waiting for a book for a really long time. I cannot. I'm so excited. I will show you the inside of this when we get home because, oh my god, the hardcover on the inside, so freaking cute. The end papers, so cute. This is the Barnes & Noble edition, and I can't. I'm actually kind of happy there's not sprayed edges. That way, I can still read it normally, but there's still, those extra details in the middle, and oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited! Do y'all hear that? It just started hailing. I just got to Target, because I have to go to Target, too. Can you even hear me over that? Because, oh my god. That is the most random shit ever. It was just sunny 2 seconds ago, and now it's hailing. Okay, now we're just turning to big raindrops. What a day! What a day! Hi, hello. Do I always wear this sweatsuit? Yes. Yes, I do. We're not going to talk about it, okay? It is probably one of my most worn pieces of clothing, but it gets washed all the time, so don't you worry. I realized yesterday when I got home that I forgot to show you what the inside of this looks like, and I just need you to, okay? In case it convinces you to pick it up. So, here's the end papers. Are you kidding? It's stunning. There's little houses. I love it. Can't wait to see what this means. And then on the front, we have our little robot guy. I don't know his name yet or who he is, but I cannot wait to find out. So, very excited. But I want it. So it's currently April 28th. You can't see that, but it's currently April 28th. And one thing that I like to do for fun at the end of the month, before the book of the month selections come out, is make my predictions based on what I know for new releases coming out, etc. So I have 4 predictions for the May box. I'm gonna look at the selections in this video, so don't you worry, we'll get there. As soon as they come up, we'll react together as we like to do. But my first prediction is The Last Word by Taylor Adams. Couple of reasons. The book of the month face right now says something about the word being out or something like that. So I think that's it. But also No Exit has been a book of the month selection before. So I feel like it's a good chance that The Last Word by Taylor Adams is going to be a pick. I also think it's a possibility that Yellowface by R.F. Kuang could be a pick because we've had Babel in the past before, and I believe one other, and it is going to be coming out, I think it's coming out in May, so that could be also a pick for June, but it's a possibility. I think the new Abby Jimenez is a possibility because we've had Part of Your World before, and I'm not a romance reader, but I know the hype is real for her and for her book, so I have a feeling that she could be a pick as well. And I think I'm throwing in a rogue option here, but I feel like Mastering the Art of French Murder, which is a mystery based on Julia Child's best friend or something like that, I think that is an option too. It just feels very book of the month. The cover looks like something that they would have, and I believe it's a debut. So I think that is a possibility too. So those are my 4 predictions. I could probably go into it and give more, but those are the 4 that I'm feeling right now. So we're gonna have to come back when they're actually up and do a live reaction to them. Hi, hello. We're gonna ignore what is happening behind me. The plumbers are doing something downstairs in our building, but have to get a pipe into our closet. So currently everything that was in the closet is behind me in this room, and we're just gonna ignore it. It is literally grinding my gears, but it's only temporary. It's only temporary. I don't know how I would ever live through a renovation. I cannot. need everything in its place at all times to like function like a normal human. It's a problem, I know. Anyways, we're here. It's Monday, May 1st, and we are going to look and see how correct I was about the book of the month selections. I pretty much know for sure that the last word is a pick this month because they gave multiple hints about that. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and see what they are and make our selection. I already know I'm getting the last word. I already know. But like, we're gonna have to see if I want any other add-ons or what have you. The lighting is going to change because it is cloudy and / sunny outside. So anyways, let's not delay and see. What's up? Oh, I'm so excited. I get so excited about this. And like, I just have to say too, before I look, like, kudos to Book of the Month for not releasing the books early over the weekend and letting Indie Bookstore Day like have its moment and Indie Bookstore Weekend have its moment. I really think that's probably why they didn't release early, and like, kudos to them. Anyways, okay, we have 6 selections this month. Contemporary fiction. Ooh! Already we are 1 for 4 because, okay, the contemporary fiction is The Collected Regrets of Clover. Never heard of it. But the second pick is a romance, and it is the new Abby Jimenez. So we're 1 for 4. The last word, we're 2 for 4. Historical fiction, did you hear about Kitty Carr? Never heard of it, so wrong on that one. The Half Moon, interesting. I was not expecting that. I probably should have been, but I was not expecting that. That's a literary fiction, by the way. Okay, we are hella in the literary fictions this month. So, the last one is Paper Names. We'll have to see. I do want to go to the new add-ons, though. So, let's see if I was right about any of those. I do see in the Spotlight section the new Christina Lauren, which I was not expecting to be on there, as well as the Reunion. So it looks like they've added a couple of romances on there. And then new and recent add-ons. Nope, not right about any of those. Okay, so I was half, okay? I got half of them. We already know the last word is going to be my selection for this month. And then plot twist, have been wanting to possibly pick up lessons in chemistry because Brie Larson is doing an adaptation of it, and I am a Brie Larson stan, okay? I'm obsessed with her. I think she is amazing. So I might pick that up as an add-on. They do have it as a pick. I know. Oh, no, never mind. Oh my god, I almost just pressed skip the month. Are you kidding? I would have died. I'm just gonna go through this real quick, see if there's any that I missed, but like for sure, the last word is my pick this month. Like hands down, no questions asked, and then maybe I'll do an add-on or what have you if I'm feeling it. So, alright, we got half right. That's not too shabby. I'm excited to see what I predict for next month. I already have some ideas. One of them being Yellowface, since it wasn't this one. But there are a couple of other ones that I think it could be too. So that's for next month. Okay? We're done here. Definitely picking the last word. Restoring everything within. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. friends. It is currently Monday morning. I am lacing up. These are the sneakers I got, by the way. I forgot to mention them in my Books and Barbells episode. I said I was going to show you the things that I got. I don't think I ever did. But these are the sneakers that I got for walking. They are the New Balance Fresh Foam 1080s. And I will say they are very comfortable, and I'm here. I have done some running in them, and they are very comfortable for that too. They definitely feel bouncy because of the foam. Anyways, I am putting on my sneakers because I'm gonna go for a walk, and while I'm on my walk, I'm going to start mastering the art of French murder because I have that on audio, and I finished the Air Blackwood Library. Sorry if this shakes. I'm done. Have my foot up so I can tie my sneaker, which I will update you on later. But I'm going to start that while I'm on my walk, which I'm very excited about. It's fairly short too, so I don't think I'll finish it by any means, but I should be able to get like a good chunk of the way into it because I believe that book is less than 300 pages. I'm so excited. Okay, let's go for a walk. Beyond gravel, beyond a bigger scale, the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Hi, hello. I am still surrounded by our things because the plumbers came yesterday, put the pipe up through the floor, but I can't put in anything back in the closet until the plumbing inspector, who is actually my dad, comes to inspect it, but they have to finish the other work first. Anyways, that's a long-winded way of saying I'm still surrounded by our things, and I didn't get to give you like real-time updates of my thoughts on the last Air of Blackwood Library because the plumbers were here over the weekend and they were in and out of our apartment, and I was like, I could try to vlog, but like a random man could come around the corner at any second, and I'm not about that life. I'm not about that life. So here I am to give you an update. I did finish this over the weekend. It was a very quick read. I read in tandem with the audiobook, and I'm gonna give this 3 stars overall. I would categorize this as a dark mystery with some fantastical elements to it. So it's not necessarily like a cozy mystery, but it's very like low stakes and kind of chill. But also equally like kind of creepy, and there's definitely some darker things happening like in the mystery and that kind of thing. So I'm gonna say it's a dark mystery. Is that a subgenre? I don't know, but I'm calling it that. With some fantasy elements in it, which I really enjoy. And it's 3 stars just because I don't feel like, 1, it's an all-time favorite, and 2, I don't feel like I'm gonna remember much about this book in like a month or 2, or like at the end of this week. So I'm gonna give you my thoughts now. The first thing that I will say, I took some notes because I couldn't tab this since it's a library book, so if I look at my phone, just know it's because I needed to remember things. The first thing that I will say is that I loved that Ivy, our main character, was a little bit unreliable, but not in like the typical unreliable narrator way. One of the things about this manor, or abbey as they call it, is that the people who live there and are tied to this whole mystery start to slowly like lose their memory, and they don't know that it's happening, which I really liked. So we're kind of like finding out with her as it's happening. So she'll go and like ask a question to somebody who lives at the house or one of the servants or what have you, and they're like, you've already asked me that like 2 or 3 times now, and she's like, I have. So she's unreliable in that sense, which just added this extra element to it, which I really liked. I also just liked the vibes of this story. You know, I would say it's like mildly gothic, but it just is kind of dark and creepy, and the descriptions that Hester Fox used, like, I really enjoyed the writing. It wasn't overly flowery or anything like that. I really enjoyed it. It was just descriptive enough to convey the darkness that was happening within this house and kind of convey that there's something more going on that you have to kind of uncover. And also you have this unreliable narrator, which I really enjoy. One of the things that I did not enjoy is Arthur, who is this boy that she meets at a bookstore. He and his family have to do with the mystery that's happening in the library. And the first note that I took, my phone literally, if this will pull up, you probably can't even read it, but it says, Arthur sucks, don't trust him one bit. That's all I have to say about that. Don't like him, didn't trust him, give me the ick. The things that I wouldn't say didn't like about it, but just kind of bumped some stars down for me, was that I found it a little bit repetitive, because this is kind of the flip side of her not remembering things, is that you're reading kind of things multiple times as she's uncovering them again and then going forward. So I did find it a little bit repetitive, but the thing that like put me over the top of this was, once we find out what's going on in the library, we uncovered this mystery, you know, her and her squad not the terms that they would use, but that's what I'm going to call them. Her and her squad, you know, things happen, things go down, and then we kind of wrap everything up, and then there's like another 50 pages, which is like tacked on to the end. It says it's like 3 or 4 months later, but I could have done with just like one chapter of that, or even made it an epilogue, and it would have been fine. But no, we get 50 pages of what is seemingly a romance novel on the end of this. It just felt so out of place, and just like, where did you come from? There's like a little bit of romance happening throughout this book, but all of a sudden, it's like, you wrap everything up, you get your ending or whatever, and then 50 pages at the end, it's like seemingly another novel. It's like, here's a romance book now. You're welcome, but like, I didn't ask for that. I didn't want that. I wanted a dark mystery. I got a dark mystery. I wrapped up the dark mystery. I didn't need another whatever to like iron out the details of this whatever relationship. It just felt so weird and just like pieced together, and I'm wondering like who let it slide. Like, it just felt so weird. Like, I just feel like it was, at no point the editor was like, this seems a little out of place. And maybe this is just a me thing, and this isn't me like hating on romance, because I was here for like what was happening throughout the book. Look, I'm getting worked up. I was here for what was happening throughout the book. I just didn't need more of it. Like I said, I could have gotten like a couple page epilogue and been fine. So I just thought that was very strange, and all in all, like, really knocked down, because I was like, I'm over it. I'm bored. I don't want to read this, but I feel like I need to finish the book, so I'm gonna finish the book. I've made it this far, and so that's why we're here at a 3-star. I do recommend it, all in all. I just think that it was very strange, and I need to know if anyone else feels that way. So like, if this is your kind of book, read it and let me know your thoughts. So that's my thoughts on The Last Heir, Blackwood Library. I actually have to return that to the library today, so we're gonna say goodbye to this in the vlog and move on. I did start mastering the art of French murder on my walk, but I will give you my thoughts about that a little bit later, because I really need to get to editing a video right now and do some social media manager work. So I need to go, okay? I need to go, but I will see you in a bit. wanted to give you an update on Mastering the Art of French Murder. I am currently reading, like, right now, so I'll probably get a little bit further today, but I'm up to page 82, chapter 7, and I'm really liking this so far. I am the audience for this book because I love Julia Child. So if you do not have any care in the world about Julia Child, I don't think that you will really enjoy this. But if you do and you like a cozy mystery, or you like a cozy mystery that talks a lot about food and like the baking world, the cooking world, that kind of thing, then I think you will enjoy this. But like, this is a very niche kind of book in my opinion. So I don't think it's going to be for everyone, but I am the audience for it. I love Julia Child. Julia and Julia is one of my favorite movies of all time. I just think it's so cute, so cozy. It gives me the warm fuzzies. And like, even though this is a murder mystery, this is also giving me warm fuzzies, and I love it. So we are following Julia Child's like fictional best friend named Tabitha. And at the beginning of this book, Julia and Tabitha go back to Julia's house because Tabitha forgot her gloves there the night before when they were her sister was having a party. Julia's sister was having a party. So she goes to pick up her gloves and they hear like a scream when they get to the apartment, and then they find a dead body in the basement. So it kind of unfolds from there, and they find out that the person who was killed was at the party and was killed with Julia's knife. And that's kind of where it starts. And then obviously we are unpacking this mystery from there, but we are also getting like so much of Julia and her personality. I will say in the audiobook, the voice for Julia is not like overly dramatic Julia. If you know, you know. Like, if you've watched anything Julia Child before, you know her very distinctive voice, and I was a little afraid that the audiobook was gonna try to, like, really capitalize on that and be, like, a little bit too much, but it's actually not. Like, it gives a hint of, like, the Julia accent, but it doesn't really go there, which some people might not enjoy, but I don't know if I'd want to listen to an audiobook of, like, not her. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's not her actually doing it, obviously. So someone, like, trying to sound like her, and, like, it could have gone bad. So I'm actually, like, happy it's pretty mild, but there still are some, like, Julia-isms to the accent. So I'm enjoying that so far. And yeah, so far it's just, like, a cute, cozy mystery, and I'm just excited to see where it goes. I don't think it's going to be anything groundbreaking. The writing in it isn't anything that's, like, too frilly or just like too mundane. It's kind of just middle of the road. I have a feeling this will probably end up being a 3-star too, unless like the ending ends up shocking me, which seems to be the trend with mysteries, you know, unless it's like completely unique or something that's just like never been done before, like Shady Hollow, where like it's from the perspective of animals that act like humans, you know what I mean? Like, that's a unique take. This is just capitalized on something that people enjoy and turning it into a mystery. Kind of like the Golden Compass tried to do, but didn't really succeed in doing. So far, I'm enjoying this much more than the Golden Compass, which, if you didn't know, is like the murder mystery that's like a take on the Great British Bake Off. I read it a few months ago, did not really enjoy it whatsoever, thought it was really boring. This I'm enjoying a lot more than that, so that's something to be said. But yeah, so far enjoying it. I'm gonna read for a bit more here. I also just love, this book is covered in little skull and cross knives with a chef's hat on, and it is the cutest thing ever. I just think it's so funny. I love this cover so much. It's perfect. It's capturing the essence of what is this mystery and this story so well. just have to let you know that if you are a Sour Patch Kid connoisseur like me, you need to run. Run. Do not walk, run to get the Sour Patch Peaches. They are so addictive. I'm not sorry I told you about them. Because you need them. You have to try them. But oh my god, you will not be able to stop. You won't be able to put the bag down. They are so much better than peach rings. I have no words. I always go to start this hi, hello. I don't know why, but that's just what comes out of my mouth. Anyways, it is a different day. We have finished another book, and we're gonna talk about it because, as I predicted, it is a 3-star book. I don't know what to say. I just feel like mysteries, unless they wow me, are going to be 3 stars. Or they just like are something that's super unique. Like I said, it's going to be 3 stars. And that's what happened with this one. I definitely enjoyed it way more than the Golden Compass. The Golden Compass I gave 2 stars, so this I'm giving 3 stars. But like, this is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. It's definitely a niche book for sure, because it talks so much and has so much Julia Child isms in it, like from things like there's a little mystery going on with Julia, like she can't, her mayonnaise is going wrong. She can't figure out how to make her mayonnaise, so that like there's a little mystery of that happening. That's not the main mystery, don't worry, but like there's some of that happening. There's a lot of talk about her kitchen and how she likes things in her relationship with Paul. It's not about her per se, but she is like a main, I would say she's a very prominent side character in this book. So like if you don't enjoy her or you like do not care, this book is not going to be for you. And that's kind of what happened for me. Like I love Julia Child, like I said, Julia and Julia, I know that's like not about her, but like that movie is one of my favorites. I have watched Julia Child cooking show, like I just love the whole vibe. I also just love cooking shows in general and just like that whole world. So like this should have been for me, but like I just found myself not caring about the mystery. And I honestly can't put my finger on why that is. I just didn't. Like, it just was not that engaging to me. I liked the part of the story that had Julia in it. I liked, at the beginning I was like, oh, okay, like, I'm intrigued. These two find this body in the basement. Like, what's gonna happen? Why did that happen? Who done it? That kind of thing. But, like, and I was a little intrigued, but as the story unfolded, I just felt like it was a little bit too long, and this book is only 260 pages long, so it's not that long, but I felt like the mystery just dragged and dragged and dragged, and it was so slow and so drawn out. And I don't know if I'm just at like the tippity top of like my cozy mystery quota, because I've been reading a lot of them recently. So maybe that's why, but like I was just over it. And the other side characters besides Julia, like I just didn't care about any of them. I didn't care about any of their relationships or what happened. And then you get into like the explanation of who this person was that died and what their backstory is and all of that. And like I also didn't care. So it was just a whole lot of didn't care. But I loved the vibes. I loved the Julia part of it. It was well written. It was engaging enough to like keep my enjoyment level going and like to find out what happens at the end. But then when the end comes, I was just like, okay. Okay, I'm ready for it to be over now. Like, let's wrap it up. So I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I just like did not like where the end went, and so really the only parts of this book that like I thoroughly enjoyed were all of like the Julia-isms, and then the last line, that ode to her, I just loved. So like I would say I enjoyed probably the first like 100 pages or so, and then those last 160 just like fell apart for me. So really the 3 stars is coming from those first 100 pages and like setting the scene, and I could see it all in my head, and I could, I just felt like I was there in Paris with them. And then I wanted to leave. Truth though, that's how I felt. I just wanted to go. So, that's it. You know what? Do I recommend it? Like I said, if you're a Julia Child fan, you're probably gonna enjoy it, but like, that's up to you. That's up to you. So I'm happily moving on, and we have come to the piece de resistance of this video. Probably what you guys are all here for, and what I'm definitely here for. The most exciting part of this video, I think. I mean, I was very excited for these other books too, but like this is like, I almost don't want to read it because I don't want to read it and have it be over, but like, it's time. We're here. We're gonna start it. I have the audiobook too. I'm very excited. I can't even explain how excited I am. I'm not even gonna read the inside. We're just gonna dive into it. Why am I 5 pages in and already want to cry? TJ Klune. How dare you? I can't. It's so cute. The workers are officially gone. It's been a couple of days since I've updated this vlog. The workers are officially gone in here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. Little context, they had to cut a hole in our wall because they thought they were gonna have to put a pipe in our wall. Turns out there's only like this much space in between this wall and another wall behind it. Old buildings. So they didn't end up putting a pipe in our wall. They ended up going through our closet on the other side. Anyways, they came to seal up the wall. But like, we didn't pick this paint color, clearly. Not that I don't like blue, but like it's too blue. Anyways, we didn't pick this paint color. This paint color is like 20 years old that our landlord picked out. So now and we like don't have the paint, and obviously it's 20-year-old paint. Like, it's probably not good anymore. So now I have to try to take a piece of the wall. We had them like save a piece with the paint color on it to like Lowe's or Home Depot and get like a small can of paint, and like, what? I can't leave it like this. Brandon was like, just leave it. I'm like, I cannot. No. I'm trying to convince him to let me just paint the whole room. What are the chances? Anyways, I will give you an update on my reading in the Labs of Puppets a little bit later. It's currently Friday. I have my niece's, like, she's in a play, or a show, whatever you call it. They're doing the Addams Family, and she's in it, which is very exciting. So I'm going to watch my niece in her show tonight, which will be fun. My parents are going to. So that'll be fun. So I'll probably update you on my reading tomorrow. TBH, I'm only like 50 pages into it, but obsessed. But I'll give you more thoughts later. But like, love it, love it, love it. Anyways, I just wanted to share my current fiasco with you. I have no words.
It's been 4 weeks since you called, and I've been waiting here for you all along. I've been waiting here for you all along. Where you been? Where did you go? I wonder if you found what you're looking for. Wonder if you found what you're looking for.
Here to give you an update on In the Lives of Puppets. I am currently up to part 2 in the book, which is 175 pages in. This is probably the funniest book I've ever read in my entire life. Like, I've been laughing out loud literally almost every single page. Like, I was gonna start tabbing it, and then I was like, every single page is gonna be tabbed at this point. I don't know what to say. It is so funny. This is like, and no one else could do this. Like, only TJ Klune could do this. It only makes sense for him and his writing. I feel like if anyone else tried to write this story, it would not be the same. He is just, oh my god, I'm obsessed. And I'm struggling to talk about this book a little bit because I do not want to give any of the magic away, because I feel like there are so many things in this book that if I had known them beforehand, it would take away from the reading experience and like how exciting and how funny it is. So I don't want to give too much away. So what I will say is that it is very funny. We, of course, have the usual TJ Klune, like, he's always on point with his representation. So we have an asexual main character, we have a non-binary character, we have talk about anxiety and depression, we have talk about grief. Like, there's just so much packed into these characters. And of course, we have the most amazing found family. Like, they are all just, they're hilarious together. They are just so funny. And yes, we do have robots, and they are hilarious. We have robots making dick jokes. Like, I do not like, that's all I need to say. I don't think I've ever seen the word penis so much on the page, but like, yes. It's so funny, and that's where I'm going to leave it. Up until this point, it has just been hilarious and like setting the tone and really just like getting the dynamic of this family. And at the end of part 1 is where something happens and the story really starts to take a turn, and you know you're about to get into some like heavy hitting feels. Like, TJ Klune's not gonna hold back, and I know that. And I almost cried at a part. I didn't, but like, it was right there. He just knows how to get me. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say without giving anything away. It's just so funny. And oh, what I did want to say is that the Pinocchio themes are like present. They're not overwhelmingly so. It is not a Pinocchio retelling by any means. You can just tell the inspiration was there, and he took that and like totally made it his own, and I mean, did it with robots, and it just makes sense, and it's just amazing. It's incredible. I'm having the time of my life. I'm also taking this so slow. Like, it has taken me 4 days to read those 175 pages because I just don't want to rush through this. I'm having such a blast that I am taking literally this book at a snail's pace, but like, I'm here for it. So I'm gonna sit here and read for a little bit today and see how far I get. But again, we're not rushing this experience. We are just having the time of our lives.
I hope it's not too late. I want you back. here with me. We never should have said it's better this way. I'd rather be with you than someone I don't know. Now it's like we're living in two separate worlds. Come on back to me, say that you won't go.
I have officially finished In the Lives of Puppets, and I mean, what do I even say? I loved it. I'm still debating on my rating, whether it's going to be a 4 or 5. Let me explain. So, here are my thoughts. I obviously love all of the characters. Let's be real, it's probably going to be a 5, okay? You're like in real time figuring this out with me. It's probably going to be a 5. However, I do think that I prefer definitely House in the Cerulean Sea. Like, that's number 1 for me. And then I don't know if Under the Whispering Door is my number 2 or if this is my number 2. Because Under the Whispering Door made me cry. Like, I was sobbing at the end. This one, I got a little misty, but I didn't full on cry. And this one was definitely more funny. Don't get me wrong, it was heavy-handed and packed in a lot of themes. I feel like TJ Klune was working out some things in this book. Like, I feel like this book is like his therapy almost. Like, there was a lot going on. There were a lot of themes going on. There were a lot of like lessons and that kind of thing. So I feel like he was like writing out his feelings almost. Don't quote me on that. That's not factual. That's just my opinion. But like, I do feel like he was definitely in some feels and like trying to work it out through this story, which, like, you know, what is that saying that like life imitates art imitates life? Like, I mean, it's true. When you're a writer, I feel like it's hard not to bring your real life experiences into it. But anyways, that's besides the point. I mean, I don't want to like compare it to the other ones because it's obviously a total separate story, but like, you know, it's the same author and they do a lot of like similar tropes. It's hard not to kind of like rank your favorites. So I feel like this is probably number 3 on my list, but like, don't get me wrong, I freaking loved it. Like I said, toying probably a 4.5. Let's go there for right now. Rating, it doesn't really matter. It is what it is. Really what matters is like how I felt about it, and I freaking loved it. I loved every single character in this book, like, wholeheartedly. Oh my god, they were so funny. They were so heartfelt, and like, for being robots who like don't really have like real feelings, they express themselves in their own personalities, and it just really brought it to life. I also really enjoyed like the Pinocchio theme throughout it. It wasn't like super heavy-handed, but it was present, it was there, it was enough to like kind of gauge the story, and I really enjoyed that. And then I really enjoyed like where the story went and how, you know, we're kind of traveling through this adventure and this journey with them. Like I said, it's hard not to talk about this without giving like certain magical elements, and I don't mean like magic like actual magic, I just mean like the magic of the story. Like, I don't want to give that away. I want that to be your own experience, so I'm trying to like tread lightly on what I say. But we have all of the things that we love in a TJ Klune, in a story like this. You know, it gives you the warm fuzzies. It also makes you really think about life, and like, it brings so many life lessons to the forefront. And this one was very heavy in like being who you are and being who you're meant to be, and like standing on that and being your authentic self. There was very much that going through that, and I think that, like I said, TJ Klune probably wove a bit of himself into that, which like I love. Also, highly recommend the audiobook. If you're someone who's like one or the other, read or listen, highly recommend listening to this because, oh my god, the voices that the narrator does for the different robots, specifically for Rambo, is like, just brings these characters to life that much more. When I tell you, like, please listen to the audiobook. If you want to do it in tandem, like I did, do that. But if you have to pick one or the other, do the audiobook. I'm telling you, it will bring the story to life that much more, bring these characters to life so much more, and like, oh my god, I was dying. Like, Nurse Ratched, I can't. Her sass, and like, we love her. And also, Rambo, like I said, his character, like, in my ears was everything that I needed out of the story. Freaking obsessed. So good, so good. I'm so happy we have a new Teenage Include. I'm also so sad that it's over. Oh. Luckily, can go back and revisit anytime I want. I definitely feel like I need to do a reread of House in the Cerulean Sea because it's been a bit since I've read that one. I mean, it hasn't been that long, but it's been a bit, and like, I just love his writing so much. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can say without giving anything away. No, I think that's it. I think that it's beautiful, it's fun, it's hilarious. I'm not even gonna say anything. It's hilarious. And it's just so good. And like I said, we bring in very heavy themes and also just like conversations around, you know, sexuality and gender and politics and just how dark the world can be. Like, all of those are very present in this book, but like so well done and so woven into the story so well, as he always does. And I'm impressed, you know? I'm always impressed. And that is a wrap on this vlog, you guys. Thank you for coming along on this week of new releases. We had some average reads, and then we had some amazing reads. So all in all, a good reading week, a good vlog. If you check out any of these books, please let me know, or if you've already read them and you want to discuss. Let's chat in the comments. I'm always here. I love chatting with you guys so much. Or if this has persuaded you or dissuaded you from picking any of these up, then let me know that too. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe if you are not already. Turn on the bell so you never miss a video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!
With you and I, the future